Guten Abend, meine liebe Freunde, und herzlich willkommen aus dem Proletariatische Ölprefektur. Heute Abend wir demolieren der Stadt, ja, und bauen eine neues Infrastruktur für den Volk, ja, zum Transportieren dem Arbeiter zum dem Ölrefinery. Ja, wir sollen nicht Deutsch sprechen anymore, because that's about the limits of my knowledge of the German language. Yes, good evening friends and very well, dear friends, and welcome to Proletariatische Petroleum Prefecture, the thing. Yes, the idea here is, since it's the 1st of April and we are just about to hit 50 million, by the way. Skål och hurra för det. Indeed. So, the idea, yes, we're currently using road-based transport to get our workers from this here very town into the great oil refineries here. Hello, oil refineries. How are you doing? You are doing pretty decently. Pretty decently indeed. But I feel that a railway... Now, rail and passengers in this game is not something you want to... whatchamacallit? Get yourself into. No. Road-based transport usually works much better, but I am envisioning a rail line that goes like in a great circle here, say. It stops here and then goes round and around and around and around and around, and the trains never turn around, and they just continue on in that circle, and with the maybe a decent amount of trains and the appropriate amount of signals on there as well, maybe we could get a more even flow of workers into the oil refinery. I hope, at least. But to do that, it is, there's a lot of people living here, and you can't just do that. No. Because the people will not move that easily, and there's a lot of stuff that needs to get rid of, like all of it basically. Come to think of it though, another why not just build a new town here and relocate the people? Yes, a city that is from the ground built up with the purpose of via rail transporting workers into this here place. This crap is in the way, but this is not actually a problem. This is the ghost town. There hasn't been anyone living here for a very long time. So we cannot get in close, see the action. There we go, there's a proper dust cloud. Yes, all of it. Get gone. I won't be able to do this because there's... What? Where did the fire engines go? Since when can you destroy buildings that have fire engines? Maybe I have relocated them to... You see, here for example there's a little truck parked, and he doesn't have a road right now to get out on, so we're going to have to rebuild. And you can just be sold, or maybe go... I'm going to need a parking lot. Yes, parking lot for road vehicles, not for cars. No. There we go. Oh. As soon as you get finished, which should be soon. There you go. And yes, continue demolishing stuff. We shall continue. We shall demolish the buildings. Yes, the buildings before the roads, because in that way we can be sure that there are no vehicles stuck in the buildings. The pub, yes, the gym, Bassin, ja, das war ein Bassin. Oder, ja, ja, sehr schön, genau. Wir sollen demolieren die Stadt, wir demolieren die, was sagen Sie, Ghost, Spök, Stadt, ja. Yes, whatever. This was the really easy bit, you know. It's not going to be that easy. Why are you doing this? Because railway is coming through, maybe? Are you sure it's coming through here? Not entirely as such, no. Perhaps not. Tiny bus stop, you're so tiny that you cannot be deleted. Now you could be deleted. No, goddammit, there are a few things in there I can always do. I don't care about the old, but I do care a little bit. Yes, you can get out on really? Do I really care this much about? The wood cutting post makes a nice sound. Chainsaw. Yes. Oh, what? No, of course you can't. There's no road. Right. But there's a road network here available here, you know. So we'll do a somewhat decent of a road. Yes, very decent. A completely straight line. Nice. Now you should be able to find your way. Do I need to click it again, maybe? Yes. However, the wood cutting post is... it's... maybe something I would like to keep around. Should we focus a bit? We can try. That's the sawmill, and that's the wood cutting post. That also had a sound. Yes, nice. And how does a ship sound? Okay. Yes, is this very forested area flat, and therefore we are increasing in population? Yes. You know, it's in all the dialogues, the wireframe option. There is something here, and we'd want to swoop in something like that, but more. Yes. That's not, no, that's okay. This should all be fine, but, well, just to be sure, I suppose. Expensive. I need to do it expensively. We need some leveling music. Yes. If you move the mouse around as well, it actually does something. Okay, I got it. This was not possibly the most efficient web place to start leveling. Apparently there requires some severe leveling here. Yes, are you sure you want to do it like in this way? No. I misjudged. Right. Come on. I mean, it's not doing very much, is it? Do a bit faster speed. Well, it is a lot of work, this shoveling ground around in this fashion. You know, groundworks are really expensive and laborsome. That is why this is taking so long. I wonder where they get all whatever it is that we're filling out with here. How big a city are you planning, actually? A decently large one. Yes, and you're going to combine rail and things in it, you think? Yes, sort of think. I'm thinking even multiple railway stations. That's what I'm thinking. Well, this is a start. This is a start. And just to get our bearings, we'll put in a little bit of railroad. You know, this is the way people will be going to work in the great future that lies before us. Yeah, genau indeed. It's like the same word, more or less. Genau is the more useful und besser. Yeah. Yes. Something along those lines. Anyway, why not even do that? Close the drip below. Drip. Fall below the 50 million mark. Yes. So how does one build a city around train things? I mean, we could do a circle here, rather in this direction, of course. Yes, and already I can see that this is not correct. Then, if that is what you're doing, no. 2 or maybe even 3 stops. Not a big one, a small one. Or a big one, not for its enormous capacity of 1,500 passengers, which is a bit much maybe. But since it is so large, it maybe we can cover more residential buildings with such a thing. Yes, and now that I get the sense for the size of things here, you know, I feel that this is not enough of the leveling. Not yet. No, you're doing it wrong. You want to do it this way. This is the level I want. No, you're using the wrong tool. This tool has been in the game for a very long time now, and a blessing it was. Yes, with all the trees here, we could have used them for something, we could have burnt them, but why would we when we have so much oil? We could have built furniture or houses from it, we could have, but why would we do that when we have the oil? We just buy stuff. We just import stuff, we don't need this stuff. No. What we do need, however, is flat air space. Yes. Wir brauchen Lebensraum is what we really need. Yes. But is it? Can one even say? Is it allowed to use that word? I'm not sure. Because a bad man used it, you know. Still, though, it is a term that describes what it is we need. However, we are just shoving down trees and making the earth flat. Here, yes, it's this is not going badly now. This is going at quite. Now it is getting very large. Yes, now it's getting ridiculously large. Now you're talking like three oil refineries, or perhaps a steel mill. know. Okay. And no, now this is not good anymore. No, we'll not have it there. We shall now have it. You want the train platform is what you want. And there's something here we already had. 1, 2, 3. This is yes. We'll just do something here now. Get clicking. I'm just getting a feel there. Yes. And here. Yes. And out here somewhere. Okay. Then we'll do a great big loop around here. We're going to have it double tracked. Oh, are we? Maybe it's better to leave it single tracked. It will be perhaps better, you know, for the flow, for the flow. Yes, for the flow of the trains. Railroad is really inconvenient to have in residential areas. Yes, there is a reason you don't do this. Yes, I know. You're not pointing quite at the station. No, it's fine though. Yes, I had gone with the correct track all the way, the correct platform, or what should I call it? Here. Yes, so it's actually connected all the way. That's what I'm on about. Yes, you'll come back out to here. Something. Make a nice turn. This should have been electrified. Maybe. I don't know. After all, we have so much diesel. I wonder if the trains are polluting. I don't think they do actually pollute. Oh no, trains don't pollute. Of course not. They are the good trains good, planes bad. You know. And cars are also very bad. Trains very good. They are. Yes, we shall continue here. To about there for now. And I suppose yes, I've already committed to everything else, so I might as well randomly selecting the currencies as we go here. But yes, it will be electrified because we don't want the no, now you definitely want this. Come back. Yes, to there, and all this, if possible. No, there's a building in the way. Yeah. Just exactly how large are you building this town? Very large. No, I'm not allowed. This is very tedious now. This. I have to go, but yes, this track is easier than the other one. The next one will be, because in this one it's in very large chunks here built. No, crossing not allowed. There's a... There is something in here somewhere. Where is it? There it is. There's the next one. And there we go. Now it's only this bit as well. Can you see the purple dot? That's what we're looking for. The purple dot. There it is. Now, continue. There, yes. Continue. Continue, and done. Yes, that wasn't too bad. No. But, yes. That is a beginning. Yes, we shall have... yes, what do you mean? You'll see what I mean. There's something that we don't have quite yet. We need this, fuel for the trains. The trains will, of course, still be propelled or driven by our great oil resource. It's just that we'll take the step over burning the bitumen, turning it into steam, and generating electricity in the bitumen power plant. That is what we're doing. And then, of course, running the trains off. Could you build out here? Is there anything connected here, really? I think that the trains for the workers should get a dedicated line of electricity here through the complete utter mess. There it is. There was an unconnected substation. I wonder if that is something important. I don't reckon it is. Come on. Angle is too sharp. No. It's not. That should be the electrical, the railroad. I'm running it fast. That is perhaps why yes. Yes, well, I've been doing that for a while. That was to flatten out this bit. Mirengi the town is definitely not going to be called Mirengi, like the Firengi almost. But it is a bit. It is very far away. This is from each other, and that's yes, that's the point. Okay, dear friends, I think that's all we have time for today. You people will soon get to live over there, yes, and you'll get to ride lovely, lovely trains to work. You still work at the same place, but you get to live somewhere else, in identical houses. Thank you so very much for watching, dear friends. Gute Nacht.